Hello, darlings. Nice to see you. Welcome to Wanderplay. So this is going to be a pick a card reading for the new moon in Pisces, coming up here on March 10th-ish, 2024. Although this reading is also timeless, so it's the energy right now, but I truly believe that if you come across this video at a different time, there will be some message from Spirit there for you. I am a massive new moon lover. I love the new moon. I mean, of course, I love her in all of her phases, but there's just something about that new moon. And her being in Pisces at the minute is just magnifique. It's going to be a lot of dreaming, a lot of emotions. So I'm very excited about this new moon. So for this reading, we have 3 groups. They're going to be in the thumbnail, but I'm also going to show them to you here so you can choose which reading you would like, or if you want more than one reading, that is A-okay. So group 1 is signified by this beautiful hazel Ogham. Look at that. The link, I didn't make these myself, but the link will be in the description. I believe the ladies' shop is Gifts of Anun, and it's the energy off of these is so beautiful. I want to make my own set, but I'm gonna be honest, there was an impatience, and I'm like, I just need me some trees up in my practice. So I will make my own, but I will say that hers is beautiful and fantastic. So group 1 is the hazel. And this gorgeous Lady of the Beasts from the Imbolc Oracle. There will also be a link to that in the description as well, because I think everybody needs to get them a copy of this. So that's group 1. Group 2 is denoted by this beautiful birch Ogham. The second I pick up any of these, I just feel that tree's personality. I can just feel it, and I don't want to put them down, so it's hard for me to put them down, but here she is. She is gorgeous. And group 2 is also designated by Hell. The beautiful, magnificent Hell. Look at her. So that's group 2. And group 3 is signified by this gorgeous ash Ogham. Love her. Really hard to put her down, but we're gonna do it. I will get to hold her later. And by, I believe her name is pronounced Anya, but I may be so wrong. I did, like, the guide booklet for the Imbolc Oracle has help with the pronunciation, and I did use that, so hopefully I read that correctly. So that's group 3. So just take a moment to meditate, marinate on which group you feel the most drawn to, or groups. You can listen to all of them if you want. Hopefully Spirit will have something there for everybody, and that the group that you pick will resonate with you and give you encouragement and direction. There will be timestamps in the description, and if I can figure out how to do chapters, there will be those as well. So probably just timestamps. so that you can find where your reading is in the video. So, hooray! I'm going to start doing these readings. Welcome, Group 1. So you chose the beautiful Hazel Ogham and the beautiful Lady of the Beasts card. Hazel is oftentimes associated with the powers of divination and warding off evil and creativity. And I am excited to see how those themes run through your reading. And it also falls in Gemini on Yuri Laich's, not sure, Yuri's Ogham Grove Year of the Wheel. I'll have links to that in the description as well, because it's a really cool thing. But I'm excited to see what this gorgeous tree has to say in this reading. And the Lady of the Beasts, she is based off of a very ancient figure that was venerated in the Sumer, Crete, and Indus Valley areas. She possibly goes all the way back to the Neolithic era, and I'm not sure that we know what her names were, but she is absolutely glorious, and I am so glad that those ancient peoples left traces of her so that we could discover her as well. So I'm going to go ahead and give this a shuffle. I'm not super great at shuffling, but all that matters is the intention that's going into the cards. Oh yes, and we got our first one. I was gonna say that we are using Christopher Hughes's Celtic Tarot, illustrated by Chris Down, and there'll be a link in the description for that as well. And I also did a video doing a flip through of the cards. So we have the kind of stereotypical, like the Ebenezer Scrooge of the deck here. He's well-to-do. He's got what he needs and he's hoarding it. So there may be that leading up to this new moon in the recent past, you've felt a sense of deprivation and a sense that you need to just hold on to things. Because that's the energy I'm getting from this here, is this sense of there being lack. And so it's not that you're just hoarding things because you want to be keeping all of these things to yourself. I feel that it's been from an area of lack. You have been deprived. And so there's a very real fear of not having enough. So let's see how in this period of the new moon, because the new moon is when we are working up to building to the full moon. So we want to build something, we want to dream, we want to put energy into creating new things. The energy's building. We're going to be in a time building energy. And yes, the recent past was that we were in the waning moon, so that we were needing to let things go. So I would encourage you that there may be some things you might want to look into that you need to let go of so that you can truly have a fresh start on this new moon. and just allow the spirit and the universe, God, goddesses, whoever you is your source, to bring in the things that you need so that you can have an abundance, but you don't need to be hoarding it, cutting yourself off from others, because you just feel that you have to protect it. So guides, thank you for that. What needs to be done to move out of this area? I'm feeling this one. Very interesting. 4 and then 4. So we've got the 4 of cauldrons here. So that would be the 4 of cups in standard Rider-Waite Smith system. Yeah, it may be that you just see, this kind of brings up like a sense of boredom, a sense of not just, you're bored, you're lethargic, you don't really want to start something new. And I think that lines up really well with our Mr. 4 of Pentacles, 4 of Shields over here. Because there is an action in this card. This is very static. 4 of Shields is very static. He sat there, he's grasping, he's not moving. The person in this card is sat there. They're not moving, but there is an option for movement. There is a divine or fey hand reaching out to offer them something new. This is what they had before, or what they have currently. But this is being offered. So there is an implied action, because all that this person needs to do is reach out and accept that cup. And there will be something new. So I really feel like at the time of this Pisces new moon, you're going to have an offer, whether it be in the spirit or the physical realm, of something new. And what you need to do to move from this lethargy and to move from this stasis, this stagnancy, is to take that cup. So now, thank you for that, guides. Guides, what is going to be offered? I want to ask what's going to be offered here. Oh, I'm feeling it. There it is. The 2 of Wands. So now in this card, in this image here, sort of like Alexander the Great, that was one of the, I believe that was one of the inspirations when they were creating the image, something to that effect. And it's like he is gazing over his realm. He's conquered everything. But he's also a bit bored and lethargic. But he's kind of holding the world in his hand. This here looks kind of like this gentleman is holding like a seeing stone perhaps in his hand. And I like that. And he's actually holding like a wand in this. So I feel that it may be that you're going to be offered something by spirit in a magical sense. But we also need to bear in mind as well that there is another wand, and in this image, the wand is held by a dragon. And so the question is, this is the wand that he's not looking at. And there may be more than one thing being offered to you at this point. Because we have a cup being offered to you, and that's emotions. Or a cauldron. So the cup being offered may be some sort of new emotional situation for you, relational situation for you. And then obviously in wands, it's fire and action. And we have a dragon here. And dragons are so much wonderful earth energy as well. So I feel there may be more than one thing being offered to you. And I think you need to say yes to more things, yes to more positive things. I'm gonna thank you for that, guides. I want more on what is this thing, because it's very much like we're seeing this. We're moving out of stagnancy. We're moving out of that sense of lack and having to hoard. Being offered something, and we need to break out of the stasis and take it. We are here and we possess something, and yet there's even more being offered. So there's a lot of offers coming to you. Obviously, use your discernment when things are offered, whether to say yes or no. It's very powerful and important. Spirit, tell us some more about what's being offered at this new moon time. Feeling you. Oh, they're going everywhere. We're going to keep that one to the side because I'm feeling called to that one. We'll look at that after this one. The moon. And we have a very similar hand in this one as to the hand we have here. And once again, two things. So I believe there's going to be two things offered to you. And the moon is about like hidden things, dreams. There's a scary side to this card, but also a positive side. Because obviously in the dark lies things we're afraid of. So this may be pointing you toward shadow work. And what I always sing about shadow work, it's not fun to do. It's not fun to do, but we gotta do it. And then there's also the positive side of the dreams. And of course, with Pisces, this Pisces energy at this new moon, I think you really need to pay attention to those dreams. All of the dreams, whether negative or positive. The negative ones, deal with them in a safe manner. And if you need professional help dealing with them, then 100% I say go do that. Best thing you can do, if that's available to you. or at least talk with someone that you trust. But then also the positive dreams, because I feel like when we're moving out of this stasis, this lack, this lethargy, and this boredom, and this blindness towards what else is being offered, because, you know, we're here, you need to feel that possibility to say, I am safe. I have discernment. I know that my intuition will tell me if something isn't safe or it isn't for me. I can take on board all of these offers and discern which are the right ones. And I know that I am resourceful, and I do not have to be worried about lack. Just, really believing in it. And I know that is hard. I want to see what that other card is here, because I feel like that's really going to tie this together. Oop, dropping the mother in her very fancy phallic chair. Love to see it. Nurturing. It may be that a mentor is going to come into your life as well. Or maybe like a mothering figure. It might be your actual like biological mother or adoptive mother, or just a mothering figure of any gender. Or perhaps this is who you're going to become. Because there's that nurturing and abundant. The mother, she can give. She can give life. She's nurturing this new life within her. She's casting, what is she? Acorns. She's casting acorns here into this river, and one of her feet is in the river. Acorns, little tiny seed, grows into big tree. And she's just casting them. She's planting those seeds and letting them go where the river believes they need to go. And there's wheat around her. This figure here is just surrounded by abundance, but also sacrifice. There's some blood here as well, coming off of this sickle type thing. I don't think that's the actual name for it. I'm not sure. Blood as well. So there is some sacrifice. So you are going to have to make sacrifices when you make these choices. But you're also going to be able to sit proudly and confidently in your abundance. And I believe that you'll find that the more that you give from a place of abundance, a place of happiness, and a place of that discernment of knowing what you need, knowing what you have, and knowing what you can get, you're going to be in that sovereignty. Nature is just going to burgeon around you. You don't have to live like the Four of Pentacles. You don't have to live, you don't have to stay sat here like the Four of Cups. And you don't have to be confused and lethargic like the Two of Wands. You've got that moon power. And you've got that fertility and abundance in your life. It's going to be a beautiful time. This Pisces new moon, I believe, is just going to really bring up some gorgeous things. I mean, it's not like an easy thing, because when is anything really that easy? But it's going to be good. And I feel it pressed upon my heart right now. I believe that you're going to find nurturing, protection, and mothering, even if it's just from yourself. I believe you're going to learn how to mother yourself. And by learning how to mother yourself, how to nurture yourself, then you will also learn how to nurture others. That is gorgeous. I am so excited for you. I need to point out here what we got going on here with these two gorgeous women here. Look at this. Very similar energies. Abundance, security. So I think it's beautiful that the card that you felt drawn to, because that's what you were drawn to, being the lady of the beasts, the mother, regardless of gender, that femme aspect, that kind of earthy abundance. You're drawn to that. And I truly believe that's going to be yours. Now, I'm going to put her over top of him. And I'm going to put her over top of them. Beautiful. Get in frame. I will say that my filming situation isn't fantastic, but we're doing what we can. I also pulled a secret oracle card that I hid behind the Femfolk oracle cards. It's from the Seasons of the Witch Imbolc set. And this is going to be our final word, and I'm excited. So it's snowdrops. Can see that this imagery here, it aligns with that energy, because this kind of feels like what's going on at the deep heart level of those two gentlemen we looked at before. And I'm going to redo the little poem here by, I believe her name is Giada Rose. When all seems to stem from the unknown, hold firm in knowing that all will be as it should. And that really, I really believe that points right back to this zone you've been in. There's been that unrest, that unknown. You're trying to protect yourself from the unknown. But on this new moon, or whenever you're listening to this, what you need to do is hold firm. Stay consistent, stay the course. And have faith, have belief. Have faith and belief in your own magic, and also that the universe will support you. And some really beautiful days are coming. Oh, I'm so excited for y'all. I really, really am. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. Oh, and snowdrops. Snowdrops are amazing. Snowdrops are one of the first flowers to pop up at the very tail end of winter here in the UK and other places with similar climates, I believe. I wasn't aware of them until I moved here, but they're wonderful. So thank you so much for joining me, Group 1. I hope that resonated. Beautiful Hazel. Hazel feels very feminine energy, very femme energy. I'll just set her right there. Look at that. Oh, it keeps getting out of frame. That's gorgeous. Thank you so much. Love y'all. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Welcome, Group 2. So nice to see ya. So you felt the most drawn toward this gorgeous birch. Look at her. Birch is so new beginnings. She's the first tree of the Ogham sequence. And she's also a pioneer species who was one of the first trees to recolonize, I believe, the UK, Europe, after the Ice Age. So she is strong and hardy. She knows what she's doing. She leads the way. She is gorgeous. And so definitely that is being taken into consideration into this reading for you today for this Pisces new moon. And you also felt drawn toward Hel. Hel, the daughter of Loki, both alive and dead at the same time. Able to how she herself is the coming together of opposites. And she protects the dead. She protects those souls. So you may be someone who has to deal with a lot of duality and opposites, and yet who also protects others. So amazing. I am excited. Let's get started. So for your reading today, I'm going to be using the Celtic Tarot, Christopher Hughes's Celtic Tarot, illustrated by Chris Down. No spirit. What does Group 2 need to know? In fact, we're gonna start with the near past, recent. There we go. We got it. Oh, well, hello there. The Fool. Well, talk about a birch moment. I love tarot. I love it so much. Oh. Beginnings, new beginnings. So, recent past, you starting at 0. Because we always start at 0 and we always return to 0. So it may be that you just recently, in the recent past, felt that call to try something new. There's a new path, there's a new journey, whether it's spiritual, whether it's in your life, in your working life, in your family, wherever it is, you are embracing that beginner's mind right now. You're already in that zone. You are on the journey. You've packed light. You're ready to go. Got yourself a wonderful companion. This guy here is a Cianovan, one of the otherworld dogs from Welsh mythology. So that's like, it's an extra magical companion there. So that's awesome. Otherworld stuff all over here. We also have a horse and a foal that very much, I believe, is pointing toward Rhiannon. So if you know that story, if that resonates with you, I mean, that's intense, but it's an intense story, but it does have a happy ending. Yeah, you beginnings. All right. So I want to let's ask the guides. Thank you, guides, for that. I'm just going to put the birch right there with that because that feels like it goes together. Ooh, love it. Loving that for us. Yes, indeed. All right, guides, what is this new beginning? What is this beginner's mind leading towards? Ooh, hello, jumping out. Oh, you are just all movement, aren't you? Knight of Wands. Want to talk about that fire? You're just charging on in there. Look at you. You're about to walk off the cliff. You're charging forward on your dragon with your wand by the volcano. Woo! You are on fire. Ooh. Right. Okay, guys. Where are they headed? Where are they headed? They are forward motion. Where are they headed? Come on. What are we doing? Where are we headed, guides? Thank you for that. Ooh. Yep, jumping out, and that one is too. So we'll do that one in a minute. Oh. So, okay. We got the Merlin, which is also the Hermit. But I feel like this being Merlin gives even more meanings here. I am not good with my hands here. So, fun fact. This mountain range behind the Fool here, at least in the Waite-Smith Tarot, is this mountain range. So the Fool is literally can view where the Hermit is, where Merlin is. So this is the configuration here. And of course, because all of the cards of the tarot live within the Fool will eventually become the Merlin, the Hermit. So what I'm getting here, my birch friends here of new beginnings and journeys, you are traveling toward having a lot of knowledge. You may be charging into some more alone time, that wisdom, that gift of divination, that prophecy. You're really, you are fired up for that self-work, that gaining of knowledge so that you can help others. And that magic. You have said, right, I'm about to go get that knowledge. I am about to go on that journey, and I know where I'm headed. I'm going to be the Merlin. I'm going to be the Hermit. I'm going to have that light. I'm going to light the way for others. I would also like to point out, right, the Fool has a wand here that he has his little satchel attached to. Knight of Wands, he's all about them wands. And the Hermit, this Merlin here, also has a wand. So you've got that wand. You've got that fire. Let's see what that other card that jumped out was. Ooh. Six of Shields or Pentacles. Yeah. So sometimes this is like interpreted as like a wealthy person, like just kind of, I don't know, giving in a negative way, but I'm not feeling negative from this. I am feeling that you've set out on this journey to gain that knowledge, to have that light, because you wish to help others. You're helping them. You wish to have something valuable to give them. And that is beautiful. That is so beautiful. I am so beautiful. I mean, what did we talk about? We talked here about, because I see here, right? We have Hell. And she takes care of people. She guards the souls that have died. They're in her realm, the ones that didn't die in battle. And she has that wisdom of that duality. She knows life, she knows death. The hermit here, the Merlin, he's got that wisdom. He has the light to show the way. And also we have here taking care of others. So that's a beautiful energy. So I'm really seeing here that on this Pisces new moon, you've made a decision. You've already charted that course. You know what energy you are building, darling. You know where you're going. I mean, you can't know everything about where you're going, but you know what I mean. Like, you're out to get that light. You're out to help others. Oh, come on, guys. I want another card here. Let's hear some more about this. How about, what is the next best step on this journey for here on this Pisces new moon? Ooh, jumping out. There we go. Nine of Wands. So, protection. Whatever it is that you've started out doing, you need to just make sure that you're protecting it. Like, be careful who you tell about it. Walk in that discernment. But also, it could also be that you're being overprotective of it to the point where you are getting battered and bruised over this, and you need to chill out a little bit as well. Could be both. Or maybe the defenses that you have up, like, aren't the right defenses. So you need to figure out what the right ones are. Figure out the right defenses so that you aren't worn out by them. Find a way to guard your power, guard your energy, guard your time in a way that doesn't exhaust you. Thank you for that, guides. I just wanted one more. Let's just get that little bit more, because I am excited. I am excited for what group 2 is about to do here. They've got this big heart. Whoop, jumping out. All right. Nine of Swords. This card is the card that is a personal attack on me. Every time I see it, I'm like, why are you personally attacking me, tarot? Like, what did I do to you? Yeah, but I think that goes with the Nine of Wands here. Even though you've set out on this journey, you are gun-ho. You are like, yes, I know what I need to learn. I know what courses I need to take. I know what I need to do. There's still that anxiety. That's what's wearing you out. So I would encourage you, yeah, you need to find a way for those defenses to not do this to you. And for your choices, because it might be, obviously, you are gun-ho on this journey, charging forward. You're on your dragon, riding on. But there's a lot of duality. You have to balance things. A part of you will have to die, and another part of you will be alive. There's lots of choices. That can be really stressful. So you need to find that peace. Whether it's professional help, getting a mentor, which was also something I felt that I needed to mention in group 1. I mean, it's always good advice anyway. Yeah, let's just do one more. One more. Because I love you guys. I want to get the woo. That jumped. Oh, of course. Of course. The Chariot. You're in your... And the duality. Oh my gosh. Look. The dragons. These glorious dragons that are driving her chariot... Driving? How? Pulling her chariot? Black and white. Duality. Yes. Okay, so you are going to find a way to deal with the Nine of Swords situations and the Nine of Wands situation. Oh my gosh, just realized both of those were 9. How did I not? Okay. And you are going to be so sovereign. You are going to be in your sovereignty. And so you're going to be that Knight of Wands, because she has a wand as well. But you are sovereign, baby. You got what it takes. You have harnessed your own duality and the duality of the situation and whatever it is that you're learning or doing. And you are blazing that path forward. Oh my gosh. That is glorious. So what you need to do on this Pisces new moon is find those ways to help with that anxiety, help with those defenses, so that you can be this. So mighty. Oh, yes. Riding forward. I love it. So, a little bit of a secret. Underneath the Imbolc Oracle card, I also secretly hid a Seasons of the Witch Imbolc Oracle card. So that's going to be our beautiful little bow on this message for you. And what we got was garlic, which, now the 2 oracle cards I obviously pulled before doing the readings, but I actually forgot which this one was, and it really ties in. It ties into that making sure your defenses are the right defenses that don't wear you out thing. Garlic. So I'm going to read the little poem by Giada Rose here. It is unwise to walk beyond the boundaries you have yet to expand on. Protection among all else. So yes, so this wonderful person here, she's being wise about her protections. She's using her magic, she's using her intuition, and she is creating the protections that she needs. She knows what's good, she knows what's not great, she's creating those protections. So, and once again, there's that wisdom. She's skillful, she's using knowledge, she's also using her heart. She has her hand over her heart. So that heart, that intuition, also knowledge and wisdom. She's using the available energies of the earth with wisdom. So drink that in. You're going to be able to do that on this new moon, on this Pisces new moon. You're going to be able to do that. You're going to get rid of that anxiety and that stress. You are going to harness your magic and figure out what the best way to protect your journey, your new fool's journey that you're setting out on, in a way that is beneficial to you. And you're going to harness that duality. And you are going to help so many people. Because you are the pioneer tree. At the end, after the Ice Age, you blaze that trail. You grow strong so that others can grow as well. That the other trees are able to grow and get a foothold in the land. I am so excited for you all. Please take good care of yourself. Take very good care of yourself. Protect yourself wisely. Good self-care. Very good self-care. Nurture yourself because you're going to need it, because this is a big path that you're going on. So make sure that you are taken care of, and what needs to be protected is protected in a way that doesn't exhaust you, that doesn't keep you up at night. So I think that's our whole reading. I am excited. Oh my word. Be blessed. Take care of yourself. Thank y'all so much. And I will talk to y'all later. Bye. Hello, lovely group 3. So, you were attracted to this gorgeous ash. An ash is like fate, divine process, connection to the world. And on Uri Leich's Ogham Grove Wheel of the Year, it straddles Pisces and Aries and connects to the spring equinox. And I will have a link in the description if you would like to see more about Uri Leich's thing. It's super fun and I love it. So we'll see how that connects with this reading. But this ash is gorgeous. And you also felt attracted to Anya. Anya? Not sure if I'm pronouncing her name right, but we're trying. I don't know a lot about her, but what I do know is that there was this king in the mythology who attacked her, and she bit his ear off. She bit his ear off because the ruler could not be a ruler if they had any physical imperfection. So by biting his ear off, he was out of there. He could not be the ruler. So she knows how to take care of herself. She's got this. So we'll see how that ties in. But there's also a secret here, because everyone else just got one. But when I was pulling the cards before I started filming, you got 2. You got 2, lovely femme folk. You also got soul. Look at her. Whew. Now, Sol is a Norse personification of the sun. And what she does is she drives her chariot across the sky to bring sunlight to the heavens every day. So she's got a very big responsibility. So I think it's interesting that we got these two here together. And I'm excited to see how that ties in. Because we've got that kind of, what I'm reading as like very scrappy, can take care of herself. And also very strong and very important with really heavy responsibility on her shoulders. So let's see. Whoops, that's for later. That's for later. See, so for this reading, we're going to be using Christopher Hughes' Celtic Tarot because I love it. Illustrated by Chris Downs. And so guides. Whoop. I didn't even have to finish asking the question. I already felt it. Ooh. You're the Teletubby sun baby. That's the energy. I'm so sorry, but the way that this was done, I love this card. I love it, but that's the Teletubby sun baby. We love the Teletubby sun baby. So I was right. I didn't get to finish asking the question, but I was saying what your current energy is, and your current energy is the sun, the Teletubby sun baby. What does that mean? Okay, guys, help me with that. Also, that's interesting because was it Group 1 got the moon card at one point? So we've got both the luminaries. Whoa, what are we doing? Oh, you're jumping out. Knight of Cauldrons. So you are in your feelings. You are really in your feelings. And they're making you the Teletubby sun baby. Shining bright. The Knight of Cauldrons. But you're also at a bit of a chill because... Oh, the sun, Sol. Oh, hello. Let's just tie those two together. Right. So perhaps it is... Sorry, we're going to come back to you, Knight of Cauldrons. Don't worry. We love you. Perhaps it is that whatever your responsibilities are in life, like it is your responsibility to be the Teletubby sun baby. Sorry, I should probably stop saying the Teletubby sun baby, but like you are responsible for a lot. And you're responsible for shining. Oh, and your emotions. Okay. Responsible. Sorry, I know this filming setup is not ideal. It will get better in future, I promise. I don't have a tripod. I'm using an egg cup to hold this. So that's special. So you're there. So this is a static picture. This Knight of Cauldrons, cups, he's sort of at a standstill. His beautiful dragon is just sort of chilling out. He's deep in thought. It may be that your responsibility to be the brightest shining baby, the bright, shiny sun baby, glowing. It has you in your feels. There's a lot of contemplation going on about that. About what people expect from you. They expect you to light up their lives. They expect that sunshininess. And maybe sometimes you don't want to be shining. You want to come up to this river and have a rest. Have a think. I'm going to put that there for a second. Thank you for that, guides. What is it that they're thinking about? Their emotions. What are they thinking about? Their emotions. I'm feeling that. Okay. Oh, both of them. That's happened in all three readings. All three have had a point where two cards are like, hello, we're both coming out. So we'll come back to you in a minute, but we're going to look at you. Oh, okay. Okay. This is going to take a lot of explaining. The 9 of Cauldrons. So once again, so cups. Cups and cups. And I want to say that having to be the shiny sun baby. Sun is kind of the opposite of water. Sorry for the people yelling in the street. I apologize. That's the opposite of water. Oh, we're doing motorbikes now too. Great. We're going to continue though, because this is interesting. I'm very interested. So this 9 of Cauldrons, 9 of Cups. So in the traditional 9 of Cups card, you have someone at a banquet, which you have here too. It's like after a party. Like the wine has been drunk. People have had a great time. It's just sort of a rest. And in this card, we have the head of Bran, which was cut off in a very horrific battle. But then his head is still magically animate. So he's still talking, and he tells his buddies, because they're like the only like a handful of people are alive. That they're gonna they go bury his head under somewhere in London. But then there's some mythology that they're getting off track. Anyway, they go to this place, and I can't remember the name of this place. But like time passes. Like I think they're there for like 80 years, but no one ages. And it's literally just a place of rest. They've been through a horrible battle. Everybody's died, senselessly died. Everybody. And it's just that rest, that place of healing where they can just be to heal. So I think it may be that that's what you need on this new moon. You need a rest. You don't need to be the shiny sun baby right now. You don't need to be the one that lights up the entire day for everybody. You can take that time for quiet reflection. You can take that time for healing, for rest. This guy back here is asleep. Rest. You need that rest. Okay. I am seeing this now. What was that other card that jumped? 8 of Shields. It's the 8 of Shields, or 8 of Pentacles. It's that sort of like craftsman energy. But we also have, so in this image, and I am so sorry because I know I'm using a deck that has the Mabon in it, so I'm gonna have to reference stuff. So I get it. If that's not your thing, you're just like, okay, ma'am, what is this? But just bear with me. So this little boy in this image, believe his name is Shay. Shay, or maybe I'm wrong. Okay, I'm going to err on the side of not knowing his name for the minute. I do know it, but I don't, if that makes sense. It's been a hot minute. This is his mother, and through a very long story, she, like, cursed him, or there's another word for it. It's not, like, I don't know, fated him, and was like, you will never have a name. You will never have a human wife. And I can't remember what the other one was. Oh, and you'll never have a weapon. Like, you'll never hold a sword. And this is the little boy's uncle. And this is him tricking her into giving him a name. So he launches this pebble at this little bird here. He's a really good shot. And the mother is like, wow, you're such a good shot. And she says things about how he's a good shot. And then the uncle, who is a magician, is like, aha, this is actually your son, because they're like disguised. And now you have given him a name. He has a name. Fate broken. So while the Eight of Pentacles generally is just more of this kind of like planting something for it to grow in the future, which I guess is what's happening here, because Uncle Gwydion here is trying to, planting these seeds to give his nephew a future. So he's getting him a name for the future. So it's just sort of that planting the seeds, but there's also a sense of rest. In the original card, there's a sense of rest. The seeds have already been planted. You're just stepping back. So I think that goes super well with this Nine of Cauldrons and Knight of Cauldrons here. It's that planting of that seed. You need to take time out for your future now. Everyone else might say that this is your fate. This is your responsibility. You need to be the shiny sun baby. You need to do this for everybody else. If you don't do this for everybody else, then we're all going to die. But the truth is they're not. Because, newsflash, you're not actually the sun. And everybody can take care of themselves. So whatever fate that people are trying to put on you, there is always a workaround. Don't throw rocks at birds, please. That's not the solution. So what you need to do, take your fate into your own hands. Plant those seeds. Rest. You've been through a lot. Rest. I want to get another card here. So what are we working towards in this period of rest? What is it, guides, that they are becoming? What are they becoming? Where is the story going on this new moon? Where are we going? And I'm sorry. Oh, there we go. And we're getting two cards again, so. Okay. But I'm feeling this bottom one first and then the other. All right. Oh, you've got some wild cup energy at the minute. Like it's all cup energy. And this is a party. We are celebrating. Three of Cauldrons, Three of Cups, celebrating joy. You need that rest, which you want that freedom. And these people are very free. They are in their birthday suits, being the freest of free. They are collecting that Awen, the sunlight. Oh, yeah, you don't have to be the sun. You can collect. The sun, you need to soak up the sun. You don't have to be the sun right now. You can soak up the sun. You can dance and party in the sun. You can be yourself. You can be natural. If that means you need to be naked at the minute, that, as long as you're not in a place that'll get you arrested, go for it. Yeah, so it isn't necessarily like a somber rest, because you do need to heal from what's gone before. Then you also need to find that in this new moon in Pisces, that place of being yourself and free and in the sunlight. Oh my word. I love that so much. And also, how many cauldrons have we done? We've done 3 cauldrons. Cauldrons for days. You've got this cauldron thing. You know what's up. The emotions. The emotions are the focus on this Pisces new moon, which makes a lot of sense for Pisces. Talk about, now is the time for that healing and that rest and that Piscean energy. Oh, of course the other card is a cup as well. Of course. Like, now we have the 2 of cauldrons here. And that wonderful spark, that romantic connection. So, it's possible that when you get into that zone where you are the self, not the self, you are yourself, you are free, you are soaking up the sun, that unity, that partner or a new friend comes in and you have that union. You have someone being the sun for you. You don't have to do everything. You can have a partner in that, whether it's a platonic partner or a romantic partner, or if you already have a romantic partner and it's them just stepping up and being there for you. And there's that connection. We've got earth, we've got water, we've got the cups. We've got air as well there. And, because we've got a bird in the air. We've got a wand situation here. Or an arrow. Yeah, this is I'm sure this was intentional. Of course it was intentional. There's such a beautiful harmony and balance here. We've got all 4 of the classical elements. We've got love, we've got understanding, we've got connection. So this is where we're headed. So I'm going to reiterate, you don't have to be the Teletubby sun baby right now. You aren't in charge of taking care of everybody else. Just because someone else puts a fate on you doesn't mean that you need to be in that fate. On this new moon, you need rest. Beautiful rest. And that will lead you to finding your true self and you being able to reap the benefits of the sun. And also finding that harmony within yourself or with a partner or with a friend. That fullness, all 4 elements unified as one. Just beautiful. And I want to point out again, the Anya here, the key word that was given for her on this card is optimism. So you can have that optimism for the future because it's going to be good, because you're going to get what you need. You're going to get that rest that you need, that healing that you need. You need to take that time for yourself. Let go of everybody else's preconceptions about who you are. Be yourself. Find yourself. Come into that unity. So I am very excited for you guys. I think, it's not easy. This is heavy. There's a lot of healing that needs to be done. And oh my gosh, it came up in the last 2 readings, but once again, if in dealing with, where did it go? Where did it go? If in dealing with this situation of everybody else's preconceptions about you and what they want you to do, if in dealing with any of this, you feel that you would benefit from professional help, or if that's not available to you, a trusted friend, definitely do that. Don't struggle alone. It's the best. Like, don't struggle alone. There are people out there who can support you and help you. And it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be so beautiful. Oh, my word. So there's also a little secret card, because underneath of the Femfolk Oracle cards that I used, I also had a secret Oracle card for you from the Seasons of the Witch Imbolc Oracle. And so the final card for you that I drew, well, I mean, I drew first, but yeah, you get what I'm saying. It's the Groundhog. And I'm going to read this beautiful little poem spell thing at the bottom by Giada Rose. I believe it's she who does the writing of the poems. Wake up, dear one, from the slumber you find comfort in. The truth is seeking those ready to acknowledge it. Oh, what I find really beautiful here in this image at the tail end of this reading, because obviously I looked at this, I drew this before, but it, of course, the way tarot works, it's a perfect final word. This is night. This is rest. And this little person here is just curled up with the groundhog in this stump. It's not in the bright sun. And they are seeking truth. So you are waking up to the truth of who you are and what you have to do and what you don't have to do. Your own sovereignty. I am sorry about the motorbikes out there. Oh my gosh. Your own sovereignty. And it's gentle. And yes, you find that comfort. There is comfort in being what everybody else wants you to be. 100%, that's a thing. But it might feel comfortable, but it's not good. And once again, she's in a resting pose. So I really think on this new moon, or whenever it is that you listen to this reading, you are going to wake up to what you need. And you're going to get what you need. It's going to be so good. Even the trees are on your side. Protection and healing. So be blessed. Take care of yourself. And have a lovely day or night or whatever time it is that you are watching this. And I'll talk to you later. Bye, y'all.